Are they actually spoiling Orochimaru? Wow. They even named the next episode after, but jeez. Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Naruto Shippuden, episode 340. Now, the first half of this episode is actually kind of nice. We see some nice moments from some different reanimations disappearing. We have moments with Pakura and Maki, Chiyo and Kankuro, the Jinchuriki and Naruto, Itachi and Sasuke, and of course Dan and Tsunade, which is like the final one, pretty much. He uses his signature jutsu, the Ghost Transformation Jutsu, and he turns himself into a living ghost, which his soul was already leaving his body. So by using his Ghost Transformation Jutsu, he gains control over his soul, which was originally controlled by Kabuto and was returning to the next world, I guess. But we see Madara start to disappear as well, which is the main point in that's the biggest thing with Edo Tensei being deactivated and canceled out. And and then because of this, Noki says, I don't know who found Kabuto, I don't know who beat him, I don't know who got him to deactivate the jutsu, but whoever did it is a hero. And so he ends up calling Sasuke and Itachi heroes. And I have my own theory about something that happens later on. Later on in this arc, it's technically a different arc coming up soon, but I have my own little theory about what's going to happen later on. I won't spoil anybody, but I think that this line of Unoki calling Sasuke a hero is going to come back later, once it's revealed that he in fact helped Itachi. Not really, but no one knows that. Itachi did pretty much everything, but no one knows that except for Sasuke, and us. But I think this will come back later. But now after that, Madara starts attacking them. They think of it as like his final attacks. He's just trying to get a few attacks off before he disappears, and he shoots his fire style jutsu at them. And Tsunade ends up blocking it. And right after she blocks it, her seal deactivates, and she starts to lose consciousness. And Madara starts to lose his soul as well, but then his soul goes back into his body, and he attacks Tsunade, who she can't move at this point. That's when Dan shows up and possesses her, since he's a ghost, and he forcibly moves her body out the way. And then they have this like internal talk where they talk, and eventually he disappears. And after Tsunade tells everyone, yeah, I'm good, Madara ends up revealing how it is that he can still be there. It turns out that he actually knows the seals for Edo Tensei, and he pretty much uses Edo Tensei on himself, which is pretty legit. It's pretty legit. He pretty much takes control of himself back from Kabuto. He changes the contract so that he's the one who has the contract with himself, rather than him having it with Kabuto, because he's an Edo Tensei, he's Reanimation, he can still use all the jutsu he could use before, So if he knows Edo Tensei, there's nothing stopping him from using Edo Tensei. And if he himself is dead, and he has the ability, even though he's dead, to use Edo Tensei, there's nothing stopping him from using Edo Tensei on himself. So it actually does make quite a bit of sense. And he kind of now he's this immortal guy with infinite chakra, and he's just moving around, and he can do whatever he wants. There's no Kabuto to stop him. There's no Edo Tensei being canceled out. There's none of that now. They have to deal with Madara in some way, shape, or form. They have to deal with him. So, the cancellation of Edo Tensei, you could think of it as a success, since all the other reanimations are gone now, but the biggest problem is still there, Madara. So this is a pretty big moment in the series to figure out that Madara is in fact going to be sticking around to the very end. You know, he's going to be sticking around until they can find a way to deal with him. But after we leave Madara and the Kages for a little bit, and we actually go to Sasuke, and he's thinking about a lot of stuff, He begins to think about what Itachi showed him through like genjutsu and everything, that flashback, and he's just confused. He's confused about what the duties of a ninja are to their village, how loyal they should be to their village. He's wondering why villages should exist, and he's wondering what clans are. The questions he asks are what is a clan, what is a village, what is a shinobi, because he's looking at what Itachi showed him and thinking, you know, Itachi is a shinobi, but his duties as a shinobi, his loyalty to the village got him to betray his clan, and the village did something to make the clan want to betray the village. So he's looking at all these things, and he's just trying to figure out why all these things happen, why things happen the way they did. You know, it's just he's really thinking about some complicated stuff here, and well, he's making it more complicated than it really is, but still, these questions that he has, they're very important, because we see in the preview that these questions of his are so important that he's going to go to Orochimaru in order to figure out the answers. So Orochimaru's coming back, and if you don't know how Orochimaru's going to come back, I suggest you go reread or rewatch Sasuke's fight with Itachi, because it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, that's technically a spoiler, but it's happened before, so it shouldn't be too much of a spoiler to tell you something that's happened before. But you know, just remember how this went the last time. Right? But while Sasuke's thinking about all this stuff, Suigetsu and Jugo actually show up, and Suigetsu still has that scroll that he found at the one hideout, one of Orochimaru's hideouts, and after that, we go back to Madara again, and he's trying to decide what his course of action should be, and it turns out that he just wants to leave, because apparently whoever sees perfect Susanoo dies, which makes perfect sense, because it's perfect freaking Susanoo. But apparently whoever sees perfect Susanoo dies, so he'd be embarrassed to have to use it yet again. So then he's trying to decide what to do. He's just like, you know, after this interruption we had with Edo Tensei being deactivated and me have to use him myself, you know, I've lost interest in this battle, you know, so I'm just gonna leave, you know, and he actually says he's gonna go capture the Nine Tails, you know, go capture Naruto, and that's weird. I mean, Madara, why at this point in time, why would he want to go after the Nine Tails? You know, he just got his life back, technically. I mean, not really, but kind of. You know, and the first thing he wants to do is capture the Nine Tails. He shouldn't even have any goals right now, you know. Why is he wanting to capture the Nine Tails for, you know? But, I mean, I know because I read the manga, but for your anime-only viewers, you probably don't know, so... I mean, maybe it's possible he just wants to have it, like before, you know, who knows, but for the first thing he wants to do, for that to be getting the Nine Tails, he must have some plan, but to have a plan so quickly after being revived, you know, it's a mystery. I'll just leave it as a mystery, but, for the rest of the episode, we go to Naruto and Kakashi, Guy, Killer Bee, Tobi, and the Ghetto Mazo. And everyone's trying to fight back against the Ghetto Mazo, and Tobi's just thinking about what he should do next because, you know, Kabuto failed him. And he just decides, you know what, I didn't want to have to do this. It's a little bit early, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm just getting tired of the situation and I just want to hurry things along. But it's clear that now with the Jinchuriki going, this battle is just going to become more drawn out and tougher, and it's just I'm gonna stop being greedy and just do it now. So he ends up summoning Ginkaku and Kinkaku. They're sealed inside those items, and the Geromazo eats them, and we see this frame of these for a few seconds. We see Killer Beast's tentacle, all right, and the Geromazo ends up eating the items that Ginkaku and Kinkaku are sealed inside. And we know Ginkaku and Kinkaku have the Nine-Tails' chakra. So right now, the Geromazo has all Nine-Tailed Beast's chakra sealed inside of it. Okay, and then Tobi starts doing this jutsu, and pretty much, he says that it's not going to be perfect, but he's going to do it now anyway. It says it'll be fine, it'll do. So he ends up he has started the revival of the Ten Tails. You know, he has all the chakra. It's not perfect because he doesn't actually have the 8 tails and 9 tails, but he has each of the chakra. So now he has the chakra of all the tailed beasts, and he says that's good enough. So the fourth Great Ninja War arc is officially over, and the Ten Tails revival arc is starting. So yeah. And that's it for the episode. You know, the preview spoils Orochimaru coming back. But that's it for the episode. And I thought the first half was pretty nice with the the Pakura, Chio, Dan, who else? Itachi, the Jinchuriki, those moments, and this because I mean, think about what's happening right now. Mamoru Uchiha is. I mean, think about what's happening right now. Mamoru Uchiha is not going away. It's revealed he knows how to Tensei. He's sticking around for quite a while. Plus, it's revealed that Tobi is going to start the revival of the Ten Tails. It's revealed that Tobi can revive the Ten Tails at all. You know, so these are really, really, really big things. So I'll give the episode an 8 out of 10 overall. It's a pretty good episode. But yeah, that's it for now. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.